class. I hope you all are safe at your home, right? Okay, today we will discuss the very important topic of chapter number 3 are the Mendel's law simply. Today we will discuss about the law of dominance and law of segregation. Firstly, I think you all have understood the different terminology which I will use today, right? If any doubt, then you can ask me. Firstly, I will talk about the law of dominance. Dominance means, I told you yesterday, dominance means which have capability of expression simply. It means which are very common are called dominant. Which have capability of expression is called dominant. So Mendel, how it proved the law of dominance? Actually Mendel do the cross between the different traits of the pea plant. Yesterday we had discussed about the 7 different traits of the pea plant. Some are dominant and some are recessive. So according to the dominant recessive trait, today we will do or discuss about the monohybrid cross. Monohybrid cross mean, mono means single, from the single trait we will make hybrid simply. Which trait? Today we will take an example of height of the plant. Firstly, what we will do, we need to cross between two parents simply. There is the parent P1 and parent P2, because in sexual reproduction means it is a parental simply. We require two parents, one is male and other is female. So parent P1 and parent P2. I will do one example about the height of the plant today only. Example of height of the plant. So, okay, parent P1 have phenotype for example. Phenotype means the physical appearance. Parent P1 is appear tall and parent P2 is appear dwarf simply. Right? This is the dominant character. This is the recessive character we had discussed yesterday. Phenotype means physical appearance. So it physically appear tall and it appear dwarf. Okay. Next is the genotype. What is the genotype of the parent? Genotype means genetically how the genes are present for tall plant and how the genes are present for the dwarf parent simply, a dwarf plant. For the tall plant, I will give an alphabet is the capital T. One more thing you need to keep in your mind, if you represent any character is a dominant, always use capital letter, right? If you represent your parent or your plant or your character which you want to represent is recessive, so you need to use only small alphabets, right? If dominant you want to express, you need to use capital letters, and for the recessive you need to use the small letters, small alphabet letters simply, right? So I should write it in small letter Y because it is a dwarf. I write it in a capital letter Y because it is a dominant character simply, right? Okay, why I write it in a pair, T and capital T, small t, because they are gene. Here they are gene. Gene are always in pair. If I will write this type, then what is meaning of this? This is the meaning is allele. They are in allelic form. So these are a gene which is responsible for tall height. This is the gene which is responsible for the dwarf height. And this is the genotype. Genotype means genetically how they are appear tall and genetically how they are appear dwarf. So this genetic gene are responsible for the dwarf, and these genes are responsible for the tall character simply. So this is the genotype and phenotype. Next, what will happen? We need to formation of gametes. Firstly, we need to form gametes. Why we need to gametes? Because they are in pair, and in pair gene cannot cross with each other. Allele can cross with each other. So firstly, we will make allele from the gene. How we will make? So we need to make gametes. How gametes are produced? Gametes are produced by separation of these genes. So these genes are separated. This is a crossing sign. Okay. Genes become separated. Right. Now we will call allele T, allele capital T, allele capital T. These are the alleles actually, and these are the genes actually. So after the formation of gametes, I will make our first generation. This is our first filial generation. In our first generation, I will cross with one gamete of parent P1 with the one gamete of the parent P2. So this is the crossing simply. One gamete from the parent P1 and one gamete from the parent P2. I will cross it. This is the capital T, small t. Again, this gamete also react or cross with this gamete also, na? So again capital T, small t. We have another gamete also in both the cases. So it can react with this gamete and also with this gamete. So in the first generation, in our first generation and in my first generation, I will get 4 progeny. Progeny means which are produced actually, which are newborn actually. So we have 4 progeny, but all the progeny have one capital T, one small t. One capital T, one small t. All the 4 have same type of genotype. This is the genotype. This is the genotype, where the letters of alphabet we will use are the genotype simply. But what is the phenotype of these type of progeny? How they look like? They look like tall or dwarf or middle size, because these are the mixture of these parent P1 and P2. What Mendel observed actually, capital T, small t appear tall. It is also appear tall. It is also appear tall, and it is also appear tall. Why all these are tall? Why all these progeny are tall? Even they also have small alphabet or recessive, you can say that. They also have recessive allele. All the progeny have one allele for the dominant parent and one allele from the recessive parent. All have, but all phenotype, all have a phenotype of tall type or dominant type. Why? This is the law of dominance of Mendel actually. From here we know about that the dominant allele have capability to express in any condition. Let's see. If single allele of dominant parent is present in any character, right? Single allele, then it is more powerful as compared to this recessive allele. So it have capability to express their character. And what is the character of capital T? Capital T's character is tall height. So the progeny become tall. Similarly, single capital and capital have capability of express itself, but recessive cannot express singly or in allelic form, right? So all become tall. If there is one progeny which have both the alleles of small or you can say that recessive gene simply, then what will happen? In that condition, their phenotype will be dwarf. It means, according to law of dominance, dominant allele have capability to express in single form, in allelic form also, because it is more powerful. But recessive allele can express in paired form only. If it is present in pair, it can express their character. If it is not present in pair, it cannot be expressed their character. The character should be in that condition, will be in that condition is dominant type, because one dominant allele and one is the recessive allele. But over the recessive, dominant is more expressful and powerful, so it express their character only, not the recessive character. This is the law of dominance simply, right? One more thing about the law of dominance. This is the first F1 generation. What will we do? We will do F1 progeny, we will do crossing of F1 with F1. For example, we will take parent P1 from here and P2 also from here. This and this. These are the progeny of F1 generation. Now we will produce the F2 generation actually. This is the genotype actually, and phenotype of these tall and tall according to the law of dominance, right? Then gametes will be capital T, small t, and here capital T and small t, obviously because they have two alleles, so we get two gametes simply. So during the F2 generation, why it is F2? Because we will get the parent from the F1 generation. We will take the parents from the F1 generation. So our next generation will be F2, second filial generation. Then what will happen? This make crossing with this one. This can also make cross with this one. This also make cross with this one, and this. Yeah, small t, small t. This is your F2 generation. So see here, one is completely dominant, one is completely recessive, but two are the similar, their parents, they are hybrids. So this is the genotype simply. Next, the phenotype. This is the genotype because genes are present in that case. Then what will be the phenotype for capital T, capital T? Obviously for the capital T, because both the alleles are dominant. So dominant character will be appear, and dominant character is tall. So tall, these plants are tall. Next, there are two progeny or hybrids which have one capital T and one small t. It means one dominant allele and one recessive allele. Then what will be the phenotype for these cases? For this case also the phenotype will be tall, because according to law of dominance, if single dominant allele is present, it have capability to express itself over the recessive allele. So recessive cannot express in that condition. In that condition, because the recessive allele is present in pair form, right? It means now it can express itself. So what is the phenotype? The phenotype will be dwarf. So what is the ratio of our phenotype? 1:2:, and 1:. This is the ratio of genotype, you can say that. And the phenotypic ratio, 3 are tall, 1 is this and 2 is this, 3:1. 3 are tall and 1 is dwarf. This is the ratio of phenotype, and 1:1 is the ratio of the genotype. Because genotypically, if we will take capital T, 1, small t, 1. But there are two same type of progeny, so we will write 2. So genotypic ratio is 1:1, and phenotypic ratio is 2 plus 1 is 3, and 1 is dwarf, so 3:1 simply. This is the ratio of genotype and phenotype, and this is all about the monohybrid, because we had take only one character, tall, height of the, we had took the concept of height only, right? Dihybrid cross we will do later on. Firstly, this is the monohybrid cross, and this is the law of dominance. Next, our law is law of segregation. The meaning of segregation is actually the separation, right? Segregation means to separate out, and we do the separation of genes during the gamete formation. According to the Mendel, if there is no separation of alleles takes place during the gamete formation, there will be no possibility to form the F1 and F2 generation. So according to law of segregation, and in law of segregation you had right to say this monohybrid cross only, because from the monohybrid, law of segregation had explained easily. Simply during the gamete formation we separate this paired gene into the allele. So we had separate this, right? And this separation is called actually the law of segregation, and this law of segregation is necessary for formation of F1 generation and formation of F2 generation simply. So the law of dominance and law of segregation are related to each other. Law of segregation is also applied in the another law of Mendel is called law of independent assortment. But in this law we will cross the two traits, here we cross only one trait, the height of the plant, but in law of independent assortment we will cross the two different traits of the plant, right? Then what will be the result in that case, we will discuss in our next lecture. This is all about the law of dominance and segregation, and you can say that this is the monohybrid cross simply, right? Thank you.